what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Sharp. Avdia is out there with Klingon. Then there's Tamani Kamara. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. And it's Sharp missing. And here are the Jazz now. Here's George. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Back to Holiday. Fires for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Here's Collier. Defended by Sharp. Pass to Markkanen. Anderson with the screen for Markkanen. Here's Anderson. Defended by Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Collier. Off target from outside. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now, here's Avdia. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Avdia has added some strength to the frame, and he puts it to work right there.
Pass to Markkanen. It's George on the wing. Anderson outside for the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Kamara. Here's Avdia. Good on the shot. Avdia's got his second basket of the night.
Well, close range looks, highly coveted. Avdia is all about it.
Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Now, here's Sharp. Defense right on him. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Nice move. And so the first quarter is in the books. Portland out in front, up by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got Kyle Filipowski. Williams is out there with Bailey. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Damian Lillard talked about what it would mean to his legacy to win a title. He said, "My body of work does speak for itself. I don't think I have to prove it to anybody. It's more for myself, honestly. And I just want to be like, yeah, I've done all these things, but I want a championship too." Back to you, Kevin.
Chasing that ring. Okay, Allie, thanks. And here is Williams. After Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Williams can't get it to go. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. for Portland. Clingan, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Avdia comes in for Murray. Tamani Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Holiday in for Scoot Henderson. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything. But as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been. You can't teach size, right? Clingan is already one of the bigger guys in this league, and you can see him adding another 10 or 15 pounds of muscle.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's gonna make you pay.
Lillard outside. A floater, up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Bailey. Anderson outside. Markkanen from outside. And Utah, another 3.
The shooting skill of Lauri Markkanen is undeniable. He is locked in on the catch.
Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 8.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Bailey passes to Markkanen. And Utah, another 3.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made 3 on one end, he comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Lillard with it. 8 points for him. No good there. And so that brings the first half to a close. Trailblazers lead by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. They're thinking about the shot. Nice try. One more time. A round of applause.
Hello, everybody. What time is it? Yep, halftime, but really it's been Dame time with the way Lillard's played so far. Guys, do you agree the ability of today's stars to get hot and go on a run, just incredible?
Undeniable. We got the best talent in the world. Real stars can take over whenever they need to.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Utah Jazz.
I can't see what they're trying to do offensively. Maybe with a little more patience, that shooting percentage will tick upwards.
Yeah, we saw several instances where the guys should have just made the extra pass. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Portland leading by 7. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Holiday. Adam and Clingan out there with Avdia. Then it's Sharp, and it's Kamara in at the small forward. Buries the long-range jumper. Holiday's got 6.
Well, if you know Drew Holiday, you know he is more than capable of knocking down these shots at a very high clip.
Avdia against Anderson. Markkanen from outside. Outside for George. A three-pointer, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Bounce pass, Avdia. Now Sharp. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
A nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, Markkanen. Outside for George. Pass to Collier. The Jazz with another miss.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Klingon towering in the paint. And Charles Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And last season, the Utah Jazz DB finishing with the worst record in franchise history.
And that, Kevin, is a striking contrast from a period of time where the Jazz, one of the league's winningest teams. But you start to lose in the hopes that you can get high draft picks. But for all of that losing a season ago, they slide in the lottery, and patience is required yet again.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Boy, guys, when you think of Deni Avdia, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of the big stage.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Portland Trailblazers, in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West. But acquiring young, talented players like Deni Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Trailblazers in second.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. From downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lillard's got 11 points.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Here's Bailey. Anderson outside. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. A different look now for Portland. Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. And Henderson subbed in for Drew Holiday. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Collier. Here's Hendricks. Hits the jumper.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Henderson outside. Count it. Henderson's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 13. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. George is out there with Collier. Then there's Walker Kessler. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Trailblazers leading by 10. Now, here's Sean. Holiday outside. Avdia outside. Just 4 to shoot. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now, here's Sean. D right on him. Rob.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal. And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. From Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Allie, thank you so much. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now, here's Sean. He's guarded closely. Clinging the screen for Avdia. On the clock. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. No problem with the wide open J. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now Holiday. Now Sharp. Clock at 6. Clingan the screen for Sharp. The three goes down.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And here's Holiday. .23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's a screen by Kamara. And it misses. Here's Collier. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And now our player of the game, Damian Lillard.